I'm here with Steve Nicholson, Chief Football Writer at the Derby Telegraph, after the Rams' 2-0 defeat at Wolves. Steve, what did you make of that?
Well, first of all, I think we have to, let's take the positives first, because it's important to do that. Derby played well. They used a slightly different system tonight, and I thought it created problems for Wolves. It created chances. They hadn't created many chances against Norwich and Middlesbrough in the previous two games, so something had to change. But Darren Bent came back in. He looked lively. Tom Ince, Jesse Lingard. So that part of it worked. They were unlucky. They hit the woodwork twice. They forced saves from Thomas Cusack. Nothing really dropped for them in the area. So a lot of things are going against them, and a big decision before half time when Darren Bent was going through and he was brought down. The ball broke to Tom Ince, who put the ball into the unguarded net, but the referee had just blown for the foul. He didn't send the Wolves player off. He didn't even book him. I mean, people in the press box were scratching their heads. It was the most bizarre decision, and I think he just got it wrong. And at the moment, as I say, things are going against Derby, and that was another example. But 0-0 at half time. Come out second half, all to play for. But Derby really have got to stop shooting themselves in the foot. The two goals tonight were quite horrible. In recent weeks, against Fulham away, they were very poor. Against Brighton, they failed to take opportunities. Against Birmingham, they squandered a 2-goal lead in added time. And tonight, they made a hash of the 2 goals they conceded. Craig Forsyth gave the ball away on the first needlessly. On the second one, Craig sliced a clearance into the air, and Lee Grant, who should have caught the ball, he should have caught it, or he should have pushed the ball over the bar. Instead, he tried the most difficult option, which was to punch it, and he punched the ball into his own net. We see goalkeepers all the time punching instead of catching, and I'm not sure why they're doing that these days, whether they blame the ball or what. But let's see a few keepers grab hold of that football. So they didn't help themselves, and they've not helped themselves in recent weeks. As I say, they've had injuries, they've had bad luck, but they've also shot themselves in the foot. They carried on playing well. They showed good character. Will Hughes played excellently in midfield, but they couldn't find a goal, and they've only scored 3 now in the last 6 games. So they need players back. That's obvious. But tonight, as I say, it's a bit of a mixed bag for them. Played well. Well, as I say, gave 2 stupid goals away, and the refereeing decision was crucial.
And what of Derby's promotion chances now, according to head coach Steve McLaren?
Yeah, well, I've just been in the press conference in there with him, and he was asked, did he think Derby needed to win all 7 of their remaining games to go up automatically, and he said yeah. 7 more games, 21 points, that would give Derby 88. So he's probably right. They probably do need to win all 7. That's a huge ask, considering that Watford are up next, and they're going really well at the moment. But he also mentioned that this side is capable of winning 7 on the spin, and if you get key players back and they return to pace fairly quickly, and there's no guarantee of that having been out for so long, because Chris Martin's been out, or will have been out, almost 2 months. John Eustace has been out a long time. George Saunders, we know, has been out a long time apart from 2 starts. So there's no guarantee they'll come back up to scratch as such. But they've shown in the past they're capable of putting a run of wins together, and they certainly need to do that now.
You mentioned some of the players who have been out, and what's the latest on the injury situation?
Yeah, and Steve McLaren just told me that he expects all of them to be available after the international break. I asked him if there was any lingering doubts over any of them, and he said no. Jeff Hendrick is the latest injury. He's got a hip problem. He missed tonight's game, and I understand he'll probably have to join up with the Republic of Ireland, but Steve McLaren said in there that there's no way he'll be playing for them. So they need to get these injured players back fit, and as I say, they've got 2 weeks now to regroup, refocus, and hopefully empty their treatment room.